Welcome back to Giants.com. I'm John Schmelk. Training camp just a couple days away. We're joined by Giants offensive coordinator Mike Sullivan. Mike, with training camp coming now, obviously you guys are trying to make improvements over last year's performance. Where's your focus on trying to get your side of the ball better?
Well, there would be two areas. Number one, ball security. You know, you can't score points, you can't do the things you want to do offensively if you're not taking care of the football. And the two teams that finished in the top of the league in terms of ball security last year both went to the Super Bowl, so that's a great stat. And then secondly, points. You know, that's the most important thing we do is score points, and we didn't do the job last year, so we made that an emphasis in trying to do all the things, whether various personnel groupings, formation schemes, etc., how we can put more points on the board.
You have a very deep crop of tight ends this year, guys that can do a lot of different things with a variety of skill sets. Is it exciting that you have so many different guys that you can use that gives you maybe a lot of formational variety and you can do some more unique things than maybe you could last year?
It is exciting. It's exciting because you can add another dimension to the offense, another personnel grouping that the defensive coaches that will be going against this season have to prepare for. And you look at the skill set of those individuals. You know, a guy like Rhett Ellison, who has very dynamic inline blocking skills, but also has great mobility. Did some good things in the spring. Of course, with Will Tye and with Jarrell coming back another year under their belts, their maturity should be something that ought to help us. And of course, Evan Ingram, you know, our #1 draft choice, who's just a dynamic, explosive, very fast playmaker, but also someone that can put his hand down and get the job done. He's willing, he's physical, and so that type of multiplicity by having those players is going to help us a lot offensively, we think.
Obviously, in the spring, you can only see so much from your offensive line because there's no contact, there's no pads. From what you saw, were you encouraged, and what's the next step for these guys, Bobby Hart and Ereck Flowers, specifically your two offensive tackles that have played with the ones, as you head into camp?
Well, Bobby Hart and Ereck Flowers both are to be commended for sticking around all throughout the winter. They stayed here in East Rutherford and worked hard in the weight room with our strength and conditioning staff, and it showed. Ereck certainly looked leaner. His initial quickness was improved. Saw a lot of the same things from Bobby, and as you mentioned, you don't quite see that in a full padded standpoint. I'll be anxious to see how it transpires in training camp, but in terms of their technique, in terms of their knowledge of assignments, they both did a great job.
Thanks, Sully.
Thank you.